What's up, NFL fans? I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and don't forget to check out and purchase your copy of our latest football game plan book, Stiff Arming Football Myths. We have these available in both PDF and paperback form. Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emory Hunt, the czar of the playbook, and welcome to another edition of Game Plan. We're going to hit the whiteboard to give you some X's and O's strategies on what the teams can do this week to come away victorious. This week versus the Arizona Cardinals, it's all about stopping the run, and it's all about gap integrity for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm going to show you how they can play the run by being aggressive, but also taking care of their gap responsibilities. Show you what we have drawn up here. We're going to defend the strong side run by Andre Ellington, and we're going to get aggressive with our outside backer because we have help, and all the gaps are going to be covered by these backers. So we're going to have outside contained by the 5 technique. We're going to have a weak side slant by the nose tackle. He's taking that weak side A gap right there. So that way we're trying to get all our attention going front side, trying to front load the front side. We have the B gap responsibility by the backer. So he's not going to shoot the B gap, but that's the gap he's responsible for in case he wants to cut it back, or if they run weak side zone, you have a guy right here that can shoot this B gap because you have your contained player right there as a cornerback. Now, strong side A gap responsibility for the backer. He's responsible for this A gap. We're going to slant him hard in the B gap, the 5 technique. So now you get the defensive lineman going into that B gap. Mike Backer is responsible for the strong side A gap. Strong side backer, inside backer is responsible for the C gap. We're going to crash hard outside shoulder of the tight end. Why? Because we do have a contained guy right there as your corner. Field guy right here. Safety moves over in case he wants to try to bounce it outside and get outside this corner. You have safety help right there. But you're all protected for the backside cutback by the back because every gap is covered. But again, it's always about gap integrity. And if these guys do their job and stay gap sound, it puts them in great position to stop the run, especially versus the back like Andre Ellington of the Arizona Cardinals. So if the Philadelphia Eagles are going to stop the run this week versus the Cardinals, it's all about gap integrity and gap discipline. Because of the personnel and the speed that the Arizona Cardinals have at their disposal, they can put any defense in a bind to try to play coverage. And I'm going to show you how they can put the Philadelphia Eagles in a bind by using creative motions and also putting their best playmakers out in space to try to generate a big play in the passing game. Show you what we're talking about here. Spread formation. We put John Brown, the rookie wide receiver, in the backfield with Andre Ellington in the slot. He can catch the football. He's just as dangerous as a receiver if you put him out in space. And we're going to try to create an opportunity for Larry Fitzgerald or even Andre Ellington versus this linebacker. John Brown's in the backfield. The defense is already wondering what the heck is going on. But what we're going to do is motion him out past Michael Floyd. So he's going to widen out. Now what we're reading are the backers. How will these guys and this cornerback, how will these guys adjust? Who's going to shift over? Because you have now a receiver that's right here. You're basically in an empty set, and now spacing is involved. So what's happening right now, they're trying to communicate, okay, who's going to push over. You're also dictating the terms. Now they can't play zone. They're probably going to match up and play man. If it's zone, it's going to expand their coverage responsibilities and open up huge passing windows. If it's man, you know all's a go for what you want to do offensively. But here's the route we're going to run. We're going to take the tight end, and we're going to run a split route. He's going to split the free safety and the strong safety right down the middle, trying to pull one of those guys out of the way. Michael Floyd's job is to run a skinny post. So now you have a big window to hit the skinny post if these backers are responding how you expect them to respond. John Brown's just running straight down the field. Hopefully with his speed, he's going to pull another safety. So you created opportunities, one-on-one opportunities and space opportunities for these receivers on the strong side. Now let's attack weak side. This is where you really want to go because you have Larry Fitzgerald, one of the best receivers in the league, and Andre Ellington, who's super dangerous in space. He's just running a stop route. And he's going to either bend it to the outside or just sit right here, holding this linebacker, reading how he reacts to the play. And now right behind it, you have your bang 8. Could be a big play down the field, but you see where spacing puts these linebackers in the bind. Motioning John Brown out of the backfield also creates opportunities on the outside because, again, his speed could pull a safety, now which creates an opportunity for the tight end deep down the middle of the field, or Michael Floyd on the skinny post on the back side, on the strong side. So that's how the Arizona Cardinals, because of their personnel, can put the Philadelphia Eagles, who has problems in coverage right now, in a bind by expanding their defense going empty versus Philadelphia. This week versus the Cleveland Browns, the Oakland Raiders utilizing both Darren McFadden and also Maurice Jones-Drew in the backfield from the 5-yard line going in could create an opportunity for a big play in a running game that could result into a touchdown. I'm going to show you an old fullback trap that we're going to utilize, putting both backs in the backfield. This could be Maurice Jones-Drew and Darren McFadden. However you want to set it up, let's just say Jones-Drew is the fullback in this situation. What we're doing, we're trapping this defensive tackle here. So we're going to get bodies on bodies. Classic trap, down, down, and you're going to kick out. So we're going to have this tackle go up to the second level. Anytime you get offensive linemen easily on the second level, it's a win for your offense. Kicking those two guys out. He's going to trap that defensive tackle, kick him out. Now we're showing toss action, so as if we're tossing the football to Darren McFadden deep, but really what we're doing is handing that football off right here, faking the toss action, and Maurice Jones-Drew is hitting it inside and making one of the safeties or cornerbacks miss. So that's one way they can utilize two tailbacks in the backfield from the 5-yard line going in, getting creative and running the old classic fullback trap. This week versus the Oakland Raiders, the Cleveland Browns will see a lot of split zone running plays, and I'm going to show you how they can be in better position to stop the running play, the split zone. I'm going to show you what we're talking about here. What the offense is trying to do when they're running the zone play, they're trying to get the defense flowing in one direction. Everyone's taking their zone step, trying to get the defensive flow one way, creating a lane for the back to do, and they're bringing the fullback opposite to pick up that backside defender in case he wants to cut it back. Back here, he makes a decision, sees a gaping hole, and he can cut it back on the backside. Now, what you have to do as a defender is simple. You just have to close the gate. Don't allow this to be the place where he cuts it back. This outside backer has to take this inside shoulder of the fullback as he's coming on the opposite way, because he has help right here, the safety. He's going to close that gate right there. So now he has to go front side, and everyone can't allow themselves to get reached. Protect the gap. Move over. They can either two gap this hole or bounce it outside. Come in. And now you have your hole right there for him. He can go aggressive, closing the gate. Safety help is coming outside. You also have the corners here as well. You want him to stay on track front side, because again, the corner here is a field guy, and that's how you can stop the split zone. Because what a lot of teams are doing, this outside backer, he's taking the wrong track. He's taking this way, and that creates the lane for the back to cut it back. You can't do that. You have to make sure you keep it tight to the offensive tackle's outside shoulder, forces fullback to sacrifice himself here in the backfield, and that way your safety guy can also play chase role and make a play in the backfield. You can't allow this gate to get open, otherwise you're gonna leave a hole for the back to shoot through and take it the distance. So again, if you're the Browns, you have to be in great position, gap discipline, assignment sound versus the split zone if you want to have some success.